We've opened up our steak here. Look how delicious that looks. With Limbani on the back. Look at this beautiful male agama. Come on, big boy. Check that out, guys. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are here at the zoo where you guys have seen us before. We did a lizard trap video before here and it absolutely took off. And we are going to be doing another lizard trap video today, but today we're twisting it up a little bit. Last time we used a bunch of crickets as bait and that worked very well. So we have some crickets today to see how they work. But the main thing that we are going to be using today for bait, this is steak from the grocery store, just like you guys would eat. We might feed some of it to the lions, whatever we don't use, but we are going to be using it for bait for these lizards and see if they like it. I've got my friend helping me and he has these traps set up. These are what we used the last time, guys. It's just an umbrella trap. You see, that's just like the umbrella you guys use at home to protect you from the rain, but it's got a bunch of holes in it. This is obviously not going to protect you from rain. This is to catch lizards. These little openings right here are where the lizards come in, but because it is a thin mesh, once they go in, they fall down to the bottom and they're running around the floor trying to get out, but they can't figure out how to get back out. But the reason to enter this trap is either the steak or the crickets today, and you guys need to comment down below which one will be the best bait. We've opened up our steak here. Look how delicious that looks. We'll put one piece into here, and now we are going to set our trap up just over here. Oh, we've got some lizards here. Look at all the lizards scurrying. We're gonna set this up right here. We just saw a bunch of lizards scurry away under this wood here. We've got an empty trap here that we're gonna put the crickets in. Here we go, got a little thing of crickets. All right, look at those delicious little critters right there. Pour those into there. That is money. Those are definitely going to work, but we are also going to see right next to it if the steak is going to attract these lizards. Using a trap is probably one of the easiest ways to catch these lizards, but what we have to do now is wait. After we set all of these traps, it's going to be a little bit of time. Not sure how fast and effective these things will be today, but we are going to set these up in a couple different spots of the zoo and then wait and see what we catch. So because this is a really good area where the amoebas like to come out, we are going to be using some steak here for the bait, and we're gonna put it right here in this trap. And now that trap is set. So this trap has steak, and again, this trap has the crickets in it. Now the crickets are a moving target. Once the lizard sees it from far away, he sees these guys crawling on the inside mesh, that's when the lizard is going to beeline for the trap. But this is a little bit different. This bait here is more for the South American amoebas, which are really one of the most beautiful lizards we have here. They will smell this meat using their forked tongue as they smell across the ground and pick up the scent, and hopefully they'll enter the trap and eat the steak. So while we wait for these traps to work, we actually need to give some of these extra steak treats to our animal friends. Oh, big boy, here's some breakfast. It's the early morning here that we've decided to come out and do this, which means these cats are just waking up. This is Amber and Onyx, the jaguars. And guys, do not get this close to a jaguar easily. These guys can put their whole arm through this fencing here and grab me in if they wanted to, but they're not gonna do that because I have been a part of their lives since they were small. You can see the different colorations between the two. This is Amber, the sweet girl, and this is Onyx, the black jaguar boy. And they're just really slow and dopey this morning, but let's give some meat to the other cats. We couldn't pull up to the zoo with some extra steak and leave Max hanging. Come on, big boy. Oh, that is a big, pretty lion boy. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome here. We usually are working with different exotic animals here at the zoo, but today we're working with some exotic reptiles. Oh, Max does not like to be patient when it comes to breakfast, and we have the last piece of steak here. Already used enough for our traps today. Hi, big boy. So, now this is not aggression towards me as much as it is food aggression. If you guys want to check out some of Max's crazy food items that he's eaten, and I'm talking turkeys for Thanksgiving and all sorts of other stuff, you guys can subscribe to the channel and check out those videos after we catch these lizards. No way, guys, look at this. We've just come back And the steak has caught one. The steak is doing really well as a bait. Haven't checked the other traps yet, but this big female in here was going after some steak. Kind of a surprise with the agama, if I'm not gonna lie. And we have another one here, and it seems all of these females are gravid, maybe from that male. Let's try to get her out of here. She's stuck in this corner. Here you go. You wanna grab that? There we go. And let's get this one. What were you doing trying to get the steak? Now the steak might attract some flies, which also attract movement. All right, here we go. And see if we can get our hand out. Look at that. We've got two beautiful Peter's Rock agamas. Just amazing to see how these traps are working. And sure enough, just on the backside of the jaguar enclosure, oh, there's a female coming down. The male's in. The female wants to go in. Let's wait a second. We've been sitting here watching to see if the female went in. She came down, got a cricket, and actually is sitting there on the wall. Oh, there she goes. She disappeared, but the male is here. Look at this. He's trying to get out. Now you can see his colors have darkened a bit. Kind of hard to back out of this trap even for my hand, and I know the way out. But there we go. Look at this. This is another beautiful stud male agama. You can see he also has a nub tail shorter than the last one. Guys, don't mind my scarred up hand here. I got stone crab clawed the other day. That was a crazy adventure, but look at this beautiful male. He's a little darker, probably because he's a bit stressed trying to figure out how to get out of that trap. Gonna leave this here and see if it catches the female. It's only been about 30 seconds and we already have a female African agama inside the trap. There's a big male who's really beautiful that we want to catch, and we're waiting for him to go in. Let's see what happens. The male just went inside, guys, and I'm not really trying to spook the other lizards, so we're not gonna run up all crazy, but look at this here. Oh, we've got a male and a female, and they're in this trap. Get him out of this trap. He's trying to figure out how he got stuck, and look how gorgeous this guy is. He's got a bright orange head, that bluish colored body, and look at the tail. Now it's nubbed because the males fight with each other. That might have happened when he was younger. It might have happened just a few weeks ago, who knows, but look at this beautiful male agama. So this is what we're after today, one of the species. This is a female right here, beautiful female agama, and you can see she's got a pretty chubby belly. You don't have to be an expert to tell that this belly right here is pretty round, which means she's probably gravid with a bunch of little eggs, and that's not really a good sign here, but these guys are invasive and they're here to stay. They're spreading like wildfire all over South Florida. Used to not really see them as much growing up here, and now every neighborhood I know, all my friends' houses, every store I go to, you see these guys on the rock walls, on the sides of stores, inside the parking lots around your car. They are everywhere and they are spreading like crazy, but they are really beautiful, and I do like to see them. It's just that there are a lot of competition for our native lizards. This is the big male here, and he's gonna tell other males, stay out of my territory because these are my girls. Look at the sexual dimorphism between these two. The females seem to be a little bit more dull, but they have these brighter markings in between the dull brown color. There's some teal, there's some orange, there's some yellow, and then look how stunning the male is. He's got the fiery orange tail, the black, the white, and this almost Spider-Man color blue. They call them Spider-Man agamas. They call them red-headed agamas. These things are truly beautiful. Let's see how many more we can catch. Oh man, we got the hands, we got the feet. Who are we about to meet? It is Limbani. We've got him out here because as we are waiting for the lizards to enter these traps, well, hopefully they will enter these traps as we're waiting. We are taking Limbani on a walk. This is actually our morning duty today, and I thought, why not film a video and take care of Mr. Limbani at the same time? So we are walking around here, guys. Can you backpack, please? Right there. We got the chimpy on the back. It's a chimpy backpack. We got a chimpy on the back. It's a chimpy backpack. It's a chimpy backpack. Let's go. Where do you want to go? You want to go see the lizard traps? You want to go see the lizard traps? What do you guys think? Should I let Limbani try to grab a lizard out of the trap? Big Stinky Man, it is starting to rain here, guys, so we're probably going to have to pull these traps. We might have to come back and try to catch a couple more lizards when it stops raining, but look at this. We've got a massive amoeba. Limbani is checking it out. Limbani, what is this? Limbani's checking out. Oh. Don't want to lose this one. Limbani's checking out our setup here. Limbani, look at this. Look at this lizard. Oh man. Limbani has definitely seen these guys around the zoo. This is a beautiful amoeba. Limbani, what are you doing over there? Limbani, do you have any interest in this lizard? What is this? Limbani's scared of the big lizard. Look at that. The big chimpanzee is scared of a little lizard, which is totally funny. But as we're on our walk, we checked the trap. There was another agama about to come in, but this was the cricket trap, which has seemed to work. Let's see if we catch any more in the steak trap. Before I put this gorgeous guy away, I had to get a shot with Limbani on the back. Got this beautiful lizard. Let's talk about it for a second, looking at the tail. Oh, poke. Limbani says, I'll touch it, but that's about as close as I'll get. This guy is gorgeous. This is a male. The females are a little more dull in color, just like the agamas are. They've got this beautiful blue, which blends into a green coming down their back, and then it fades in to a tan color with these beautiful markings outlined in black. Just a gorgeous lizard. Now this is the amoeba that I thought we would catch more of in the steak trap, because when we feed the lions steak, chicken, different things like that, these guys actually come into the lockout and pick up the scraps, which is where I got the idea to use steak as a bait. Now it is a little more expensive than the crickets, but let's see if it catches any more. All right. And just as easy as that, oh, we got a little lizard in there too. Look at that. A male and female basilisk went into here. Let's grab this male. Hold on. Try to get him and the video at the same time. There we go. Look at that. Let's pull him out of here. Head first. Oh, look at that gorgeous red belly. His nails are getting caught. Oh, and that blue eye. Check that out, guys. This is one of the most beautiful lizards we have here as well. Also from South America. Just a gorgeous lizard. And these guys actually run on top of the water. They'll use these big back legs and kick, and they will actually glide across shallow water surfaces and go across little ponds like the lazy river we have here. We put the trap there 2 seconds. He was sitting up on that wall. Sure enough, he saw the crickets, came down, and the crickets have done the trick again. So we've got these guys out of the trap. We actually baited the trap with steak now because these guys munched up all the crickets with those big mouths there. But look at this. This is the female basilisk and this is the male. Again, sexual dimorphism with the colors and the patterns and the size. And look at this big crest that the males get on their heads. Just a gnarly looking animal, almost looks like a dragon. And these guys are just one of my favorite lizards to see around here. Look at those yellow markings on his head going down just past his front arms there. And then she's got these beautiful brown markings that camouflage her in, and she looks like she might be gravid too. A lot of these lizards right now are gravid, so it's important that we catch them before they spread these babies all around. But look at this big, beautiful boy. And just coming back here to check this trap, we have another basilisk. The basilisks are starting to wake up. It seems that first it goes the agamas that wake up early. They have an earlier alarm clock. Then the amoebas start waking up a little bit, although we've just started seeing a little bit more active now. And now the basilisks are starting to come out. We got another beautiful female. Oh, look at that. She's got a cricket in her mouth. She has a full belly of crickets. Woo! Look at this, guys. An amoeba has entered the trap and he's actually eating the steak. You can see him sitting right there close to the steak. Now we're gonna freak him out a little bit. And we've got some other things in there too. Look, he's going back to it. There he goes. He really likes that steak. Let's get him out of there. All right, we actually have all sorts of lizards in here. We have a little basilisk, a Cuban anole. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Hold on, let's get this little guy first. All right, got this guy. Got this guy. We got all sorts of guys in here. Hold on a second. Look at these two beautiful lizards. This is a little gorgeous Cuban anole, and this is another amoeba. He's got a nub tail, which really stinks. I don't know how that happened there, but this is a beautiful one. Look how bright he is. And he was just getting a belly full of steak. He probably couldn't rip too much off as he was only in here for a little bit. He'd probably have to work at that steak, even though they have some pretty good chompers in there. And so does this little guy. This guy, even though for his size, he packs a punch, and that bite is not something you want to mess with. We've got some basilisks in here too. Steak trap for the win, guys. We have 3 different species in one trap. I think this steak is our winner, but the crickets are always going to be a good bait. Look at this. Let's go look at the lizards that we caught. So here we have it. I think this might be one of the new best baits that we'll be using in the future for future videos. Look at these gorgeous guys here. Just some stud male amoebas. And this is the species that I really wanted to catch and what I really wanted to see if the steak was going to work with. I think these guys, after using their little tongues there, let's see. Can you try the steak? Is that good stuff? What about you? You were pretty crazy about it before. They're pretty stressed out, I'm sure, being in my hands, thinking they're about to get eaten. I'm not gonna eat these guys though. We are just going to be removing them from the zoo here. But look at this. The steak worked for bait, but this is just amazing, guys. We caught so many lizards in such little time. I'm sure if we spent the day catching these things, I don't know how many we'd catch. If you guys wanna see a day's worth of lizard catching, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, like this video to support the channel, and I will see you guys in the next adventure. Peace.